Alright, whenever you're ready, MC West, please throw the... Oh, Jesus Christ, he's already thrown it. Nobody was ready. Nobody was ready. Rezogkeef's already got the bloody jump on me. Frinker and Headshot didn't even hear it. Frinker was halfway down the other side of the hill. But regardless of MC West startling everyone with that stun grenade, we were all pretty bunched up by the first couple of corners. And Chris D crashed into the barriers, sidelining Picano in the process, so that's 2 decent drivers down already. Let's try and get Rezogkeef back. I'll tell you what, these starts are just getting better and better. We've got a Frenchman, a Polska, a Swede, a Slovakian teen, the German, the British lads, and even the Angry Scot, all coming together to form this amalgamation of talent we see here in Division 1. Now, Jakey barely made it home on time from his athletics training, but surely he'll take it easy through this brutal cattle feeder chicane just to be on the safe side. I hit the tree, and the chain reaction has somehow had a knock-on effect of 3 other cars, and once again we see Headshot and Frinker casually avert disaster. Will things ever go right? Arcadia's City Loop, I was the victim of UT's 7-wide dive bomb. Then Rezogkeef's lag spanned me out at the start of Beachfront. And now I'm preoccupied with playing Follow the Goddamn Leader with my hands firmly strapped around Rezogkeef's hips. No homo. As we barreled down the hill for the start of the second lap, I saw MC West moving very slowly, so this puts me under all kinds of pressure to dive down the inside, and I get my apex completely wrong, and Picano gets a cutback so deep that he manages to scoot around the outside of both the Massacros sporting the Children of the Mountain liveries here today, but what MC West's car wasn't sporting was a functioning gearbox, as my car rapidly accelerates into a slightly more secure position. Now, 2 minutes later, Picano and I had left MC West in our rear views, and we were concentrating on the other southerner, racing Benji, the racing sensation to come all the way from Division 3 up to Division 1 in his first 2 races. Mind you, someone else has done that recently in an unequivocally overshadowing and demoralising way, haven't they? But I can't for the life of me think of who it was. Someone who usually drives a blue car, who's pretty good. No, it's left me. Anyway, I've been leaving this driver of this blue car loads and loads of space to try and get this job done, but he's just not doing it. So if you're going to dilly-dally around, Picano, then I think it's time you stepped aside, because now it's my turn. Nailed it! Alright, what a drive, which may or may not have been partly aided by Picano quite literally pushing me around most of the circuit, but let's focus on the important details. There is Frinker, and there is Shawnell. And a lap later, there went Frinker, and there went Shawnell. Did I say partly aided? Semantics. Anyway, I was just cruising along in 10th, right back at where I started, so it was just, time to get my head down, and oh my god, shit's about to get real. So I've just managed to hold off Picano by a fraction of a second, and why are there 4 key players scratching and clawing their way up the hill? What has happened? Well, special children of the mountain, Picano and Ryan, both drove all the way through the pit lane, lost their bearings, stopped somewhere out in the middle of the chicane while Razorkeep was coming through, and, well, all I can say after that is that it ended up with Razorkeep doing his best breakdancing move with the roof of his car, giving Frinker a fun obstacle course to dodge while he was at it. So somehow this calamity has led to the incredible scenes that you're seeing on the screen right now, as I'm bumper to bumper with the aforementioned special ones, as we're coming down into this reverse section of Galileo Ring here. Now, Ryan's driven it off a little bit too wide there, and I'm going to clip his rear, while Picano gives me a nudge in the rear as well. Now we're approaching Ryan's most hated corner here. Let's see if he can navigate it without issue. It seems that he's been able to, but I've got a nice little run coming out of that corner, and I'm going to grab both of these apexes while Ryan drifts off to the right and hits a signpost. So I'm thinking about diving around the outside, but a signpost catches me off guard as well, and that's given Picano the perfect diving opportunity, but little does he know that he's got Razorkeep right behind him, and that completely unsettles Picano going into the hairpin, and that's been a crucial outside defensive manoeuvre from myself. I was very, very proud of that defensive line, hanging it around the outside in the tightest of moments, and this battle rages on with Picano poking his nose on screen every couple of seconds, and I really hated that stupid, bumpy, jumpy right-hander corner, as I lost loads of speed going through it, and almost another half lap goes by and things are at a relatively level playing field. That is until our train of 4 catches the tandem of Frinker and Shawnell just ahead. So this is essentially the battle for second. Once the front runners go ahead and make their pit stops, we should only see a Wes 7 coming out on top. So we've got Shawnell, Frinker, Ryan, me, Picano and Razorkeep all in a line, climbing these hills to Galileo Observatory, all fighting for what could essentially be second place. This is the 26th and a half minute of the race. There are literally 5 minutes to go in this race, and it's as intense as this. This is what Division 1 is all about, and it was a thrilling sight to see. This was one of the most heated moments of the race, and I was loving every single second of it. God, I couldn't even focus on what I was doing with my hands. It was just all on autopilot at this stage as the pressure was starting to build. Frinker was all over the back of Shawnell, and as we jump through this stupid, did I say stupid loudly enough? Stupid bumper, oh my god, it pains me to watch it again as everybody drives on by and I'm left to wallow in my own pain and misfortune. But then, oh my god, Razorkeep had the crash of all crashes and couldn't even get back on the track after a collision with Picano. So a stroke of luck there brought me back into contention for 5th as we enter the final lap with Ryan. Now, I've been chasing Ryan this entire time, and if there was ever a time to put the hammer down and put him under some kind of pressure, it was going to be right now. So I close right up to him by grabbing the bumps on the side of the road from earlier on. And now we're about to enter the technical phase of the commentary as I walk you through the move that I'm about to execute. I'd like you to listen for my gear shift just before the sign on the left. Listen. Okay, the next one as the road smooths out here before the bridge. Listen. Alright, so what's that done? Well, just keep your eyes glued to the screen and watch my magic work its wonders as we pull to the inside and leave Ryan for dead going up this hill into the turn at the top. He's got no idea where that's just come from. He's dumbfounded, dumbstruck and all out of luck. But he's going to have a better line going into this next corner, and the inside camber's given me some nasty understeer to work with, and Ryan refuses to give up this 4th position, so I have to adjust my line, run a little bit wider, but it's going to compromise me as Ryan dives back up the outside. Oh, I'm closing my eyes, it's all too much. And unfortunately I didn't open them again in time to spot the apex of the next turn, so now I'm sailing out towards the barrier. Another correction of line is going to be required to account for Ryan, but hopefully this left-hander will be the end of it. Unfortunately, it was, as we approach Ryan's most hated corner, which he doesn't take spectacularly at all, and I'm going to gain on him all throughout these uphill curves, which is going to give me enough of a safety net to be secure at the hairpin and avoid any ridiculous dive bomb attempt. So, unfortunately, that was the end of Ryan's bid for 4th, as he did go on to crash in the Galileo Observatory area. So So I'm coming round to finish the final few corners of the race here, and the leaders haven't even finished yet. There's only 2 corners to go. There's a Wes's car coming through to take the win. Frinker brings it home in second. So where is Shawnell? Well, he's only crossing now, and I was that close. So, wow, what a race. I thoroughly enjoyed that race because I expected the hills to go really badly for me, as it's one of my worst areas. However, it turned out great, and I'm really happy with 4th. Another fantastic performance again from Frinker to come from the back to get second. And that's everything I have to say about that. Moving on. Division 2's underway then, and here come the Massacro race cars through the first chicane. Any major incidents? It doesn't look like it. Seems to be all gravy. Oh no, there's been a massive crash there between Nima. Nima's been caught up in that. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, this is coming to the end then. Met Ryan is substituting for Crow Gamer, and he's currently leading. UFO Driver is in second. Greyzone 92 comes through in third. The battle for 5th is 5th and 4th is going on between Oracle and G Gamer, and that's Nima. That's Nima in 6th, going on to chase for the final promotion slot into Division 1. And look at the results. Nima manages to catch out Oracle XR for the final spot in Division 1. How has he done that? A fantastic comeback drive, although he was taken out at the start in that incident. Great drive from Nima. Amazing showing from UFO Driver from Division 3. Wow, so much to account for. And, oh, out of the mist, here come the menacing Infernuses. Oh, fantastic sound from the Division 3 car there. And there's been a collision between the 2 Spanish drivers, Guzman and Nus Manel. So Nus Manel, an expected favourite in this race, right down at the back of the pack, as we see Morocco come through there for the lead, although he wasn't in the lead at the start. So he's managed to take the lead from Roman somewhere around the first lap. And as we come to the end here, this is the crucial battle for 5th place. This is the final slot. Jim Bob takes it as a reserve for not Mo Youngstar, for someone else. I can't remember who it was. And now we're waiting to see who doesn't get eliminated. Guzman and Senor Toto have been battling the whole race. It's Guzman. Guzman holds on to his spot in Division 3, and Senor Toto wraps the race up in style with a spin down at the final turn. Fantastic win from Roman. He made a very odd pit decision halfway through the race and came out in traffic. Dawson had every opportunity to walk away with the win here. But Nus Manel from the back of the grid pushed through with that 252.6, which wasn't faster than either of the Massacros, interestingly enough. But yeah, Roman did hold on to it. Dawson managed to come in third, and Manel got second. So thanks everyone for joining this week at Children of the Mountain. I'm exhausted, and I'll see you next time.